Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Absolute Astronomy, the podcast where we discuss space things because space is cool, so let's talk about it. It's also full of many weird things, so today we're going to be counting down the top 10 strangest things in space. But before we get to that, let's start things off with a twist.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to This Week in Space Talk, where we discuss what's making headlines in the space community. A new mega telescope was unveiled last week. The James Webb Space Telescope is now the most powerful telescope to ever be launched. We'll now be able to observe the universe in infrared light, giving us a whole new look at the first galaxies that formed. Infrared light passes through even the most opaque molecular clouds, allowing us to glance into the star-forming regions at an incredibly high resolution. Now, many people are probably wondering what's going to happen to our beloved 26-year-old Hubble telescope since there's a new kid in town, but you don't need to worry. The James Webb Space Telescope won't replace Hubble, seeing as it's not able to access the optical and ultraviolet wavelengths that Hubble sees so well. The JWST will just be able to see further back in time. It has 7 times the light collecting power and will be the size of a tennis court, therefore needing an unconventional method of being launched into space. Hopefully come October 2018, it will be launched aboard a European Ariane rocket. On completion, the total amount spent on this project will be around $10 billion. Let's hope that the JWST brings us back some kick-ass high-definition photos of the cosmos. Coming up, we'll take a look at the strangest things we got happening in space, but first, here's a remix of 7 Years by Lukas on Absolute Astronomy.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger, pushing each other to the limits. We were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. Traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. Soon I'll be 60 years old.
Welcome back. That was the Mulshine remix of 7 Years, originally by Lukas. I really love that song, and to hear a chill remix of it made me love it even more. So, I don't know if any of you guys do this, but sometimes I can just sit for hours watching top 10 fact videos on YouTube. 1 minute I'm learning about the top 10 creepiest unsolved mysteries, and the next it's 10 facts about orgasms. So today I figured it'd be cool to give you a list of some of the coolest, strangest, and all-around interesting things we've got floating around in our universe. I'd like to give a shout out to ListVerse for being my primary research resource for today's episode because they compiled a really cool article about all the strange things in space. And I just want to point out that although my resources do come from Discovery, NASA, Space.com, and the occasional textbook, I don't actually copy their content word for word. My teacher taught me that plagiarism was bad, so I refused to do it. I just wanted to clear that up in case anyone was ever thinking that I was just reading stuff off a website, but I do write my own content. Anyways, here are the top 10 strangest things in space. Kicking off at number 10, we've got hypervelocity stars. Sounds pretty badass, right? These aren't to be confused with shooting stars, which are actually just meteors entering our atmosphere, as we discussed in last week's episode. To understand these, we gotta get a little background information first. A binary star system consists of two stars orbiting a common center of mass. When a supermassive black hole swallows up the binary star system, one of the two objects is consumed while the other is shot back out into space at millions of miles per hour. Can you imagine looking up at the sky and seeing a giant fiery ball 4 times the size of our sun hurtling by? At number 9, we've got Gliese 581c, aka the planet from hell. This planet literally wants to kill you, yet scientists have determined that it's likely a candidate for future colonization. It's a tidally locked planet, which means that one half of its planet always faces the red dwarf star that it orbits, while the other is constantly in perpetual darkness. There's a very small region between these two polar opposite zones, but one wrong move and you'll either be incinerated or freeze to death. Not to mention that because it orbits a red dwarf star, the sky would always be this really creepy, unsettling red color. Coming in at number 8, we've got the Castor system. If you've ever seen the constellation Gemini, it features 2 super bright stars towards the top, Pollux and Castor. If you thought a binary star system was a bit excessive, the Castor system is 6 stars in one. The 3 binary star systems orbit each other here, with 2 Type A stars being stuck in the system, as well as 4 Type M red dwarfs. Altogether, these 6 stars produce 52.4 times more luminosity than that of our sun. For number 7, we've got space raspberries and space rum? Okay, hold up, we can barely find signs of alien life forms. How the hell are berries and booze a thing out there? For the last few years, scientists have been studying a cloud called Sagittarius B2 near the center of our Milky Way galaxy, which smells like rum and tastes like raspberries. The cloud consists primarily of ethyl formate, which is known to give raspberries their taste, and rum its distinctive smell. The cloud contains billions of liters of this stuff, but unfortunately you won't be getting drunk in space anytime soon because it's also got compounds like propylcyanide in it. So do you remember that planet from hell we just talked about? Well, coming in at number 6, we have Gliese 436b, which is basically a giant burning ice cube. The planet's temperature is 439 degrees Celsius, yet there's still a huge amount of water present which stays in a solid state. Why? The gravity pulls it all in towards the core, keeping the water molecules so densely packed that they cannot evaporate. Halfway through our list at number 5, we've got a planet that's made out of diamonds? Geez, I'll take that over Gliese 436b any day. If 55 Cancri E were to be sold on the market, it'd be priced at $26.9 million. The huge diamond planet was once a star in a binary system until its partner began to cannibalize it. However, the other star wasn't able to take away its carbon core, and carbon is just a ton of heat and pressure away from being a diamond. And 1/3 of the mass of this planet is said to consist of pure diamond. It's 2 times the size of Earth and has 8 times the mass, making it what scientists refer to as a super Earth. If only our planet could be made up of 1/3 of diamond. If you're ever looking for the origins of the galaxy, the Himiko Cloud is your best bet, coming in at number 4. The Himiko Cloud is the most massive object ever found in the early universe, dating back to only 800 million years after the Big Bang. It's roughly half the size of our Milky Way, and it was the first glimpse scientists have managed to get to study the early formation of galaxies. Coming in at number 3, we've got the universe's largest water reservoir. It's located 12 billion light years away in a quasar containing 140 trillion times the amount of water that we have here on Earth. The water manifests itself in the form of a massive cloud of gas several hundreds of light years in diameter. The only catch is that it's found near a black hole at the center of the quasar. So you gotta ask yourself, is getting a glass of water from the most epic reservoir in our universe really worth being sucked into a black hole? Also, feel free to look up quasar on Google Images because they look pretty friggin' sweet. At number 2, we've got the universe's largest electrical current. A few years ago, scientists discovered an electrical current of 10 to the power of 18 amps, or roughly 1 trillion lightning bolts. The lightning is thought to have originated from an enormous black hole at the center of our galaxy, which has a core that is supposedly a huge cosmic jet. The black hole's magnetic field allows it to fire this lightning bolt to a distance of over 150,000 light years away. Getting struck by lightning on Earth is horrible, but imagine this bad guy hitting you. And finally, our number one strangest object in space is the LQG, the Large Quasar Group. The LQG breaks the conventional laws for modern astronomy. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is only 100,000 light years across. Now multiply that by 40,000. That's the size of the LQG, 4 billion light years across. The cluster of 74 quasars breaks the rule of standard astrophysics, since the maximum size for any cosmic structure should only be around 1.2 billion light years across. Scientists have no clue how this giant structure formed, since they've only ever dealt with clusters being several hundred million light years across. Anyways, that's the top 10 strangest things we've got in space. Our universe sure is one interesting, mysterious, and hell of a confusing place.
You have made your decision, put me in my place, and the lies you've been hiding, taking up your space. Tell me, why does my heart burn this way when I see your face?
Welcome back. That was the Felix Cartal remix of Heartburn, originally by Wafia. I really appreciate when people can take beautiful songs and are able to remix them into something even more beautiful. There's a lot of shitty remixes out there, but you guys won't ever have to worry about those being played on here. And unfortunately, we've come to the end of yet another episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at astro_podcast for more cool space things and updates. Also be sure to check out the YouTube channel. Leave a link down in the description below. And as always, if you have a topic you'd like me to discuss, feel free to send me a message. Adios.